What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Big Fight Fuel channel, where we speak the truth, we're honest, we give our takes on pro wrestling. So listen, we had this big press conference going tonight in Las Vegas for WrestleMania 40. Just got done watching it, and we had tons of questions and concerns going into this press conference. And I feel like now we still have more questions. And of course, WWE didn't answer all the questions that we had. I was very confused by the end of all of this. Why was Seth Rollins on the stage at the end of the press conference? He looked completely out of place. Once Cody Rhodes said that he's choosing Roman Reigns to be his opponent at WrestleMania, and that's literally the only thing that we got out of this press conference tonight was Cody Rhodes picked Roman Reigns to be his opponent, and they are going to have a rematch from last year's WrestleMania. So it's going to be Cody versus Roman 2 this year at WrestleMania. Again, it seems like another pivot to me. It seems like another pivot. I have no idea how The Rock fits into this. I don't know if it's going to be a tag team. And people are talking about this tag team match with Rock and Roman against Cody and Seth. That makes no sense. And Seth's not cleared. Seth is not cleared to wrestle until probably WrestleMania. So you could take that tag team match, you could throw it out the window because that's not happening. I don't know what's going to happen. We're down to two options here. Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns is happening at WrestleMania. But let's just talk about this press conference. Let's get into the details of what happened tonight. Let's get into the details. So Seth Rollins came out first, and he did his whole spiel. And he called out Cody for Cody to make his decision. And then Roman Reigns came out. And Roman Reigns upstage him, and he says, "You're wearing your wife's clothes once again. You showed up with your wife's shoes." And then Roman, he started to cut a promo, and he's like, "Listen, Cody, he was hesitant. And when you're hesitant, you don't deserve to be on top of the WWE. And I run things around here. Now the tribal chief is going to make his decision on who he wants to wrestle at WrestleMania. And Roman Reigns, he chose The Rock. That got a lot of boos. There were people in the crowd in Las Vegas cheering for Rock. He got some support, but The Rock, a lot of it were boos. And it's not boos that you want for a heel. This is go away heat boos that The Rock has been getting, and he definitely got tonight. So when The Rock came out to a lot of boos, and he looked very, very thrown off by the reception of this fan base. And the way that he was cutting his promo, the crowd was chanting, "What?" after everything The Rock said. You're going to respect it and all that stuff. Me and Roman Reigns is the greatest main event of WrestleMania history. All of this. The crowd is absolutely hating it. And they throw a graphic of the entire family tree of the bloodline that both Roman Reigns and The Rock are in. And The Rock goes on to say, "This is the greatest wrestling family of all time. No one is on top of us. No one can touch us." They then embrace, they shake hands, The Rock and Roman Reigns. They hug. And then Cody Rhodes comes out, and he says, This right here is bullshit. And I kind of figured too. Once when Roman Reigns says, I choose The Rock, I choose to wrestle The Rock at WrestleMania. Once he said that, we knew that Cody was going to come out and choose to wrestle Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. So Cody is calling this all bullshit. He then comes out and he cuts his promo. Who he's going to choose at WrestleMania. He says, Roman, you've been the tribal chief. You've been the WWE Undisputed Universal Champion for way over 1,200 days now. Most of the time, you can have a say. But at this point, you don't have a say because I won the 2024 Royal Rumble match. He says, Seth, as wonderful as you are, I'm choosing Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 40. So Cody, after saying on Friday that he was coming after Roman Reigns, but not at WrestleMania, 6 nights later at this press conference, Cody picks Roman Reigns to be his WrestleMania opponent. And Roman Reigns is calling him delusional. And he says, you had your chance last year. You lost. You blew it. This year's not about you. This year is about the bloodline. You are just as irrelevant as your dad was. And of course, once you mentioned Dusty, that's what threw Cody off was Roman Reigns mentioning Dusty, of course. And then Cody, he got pissed. And he says, you talk about that family tree. And he says, let me ask you if it's really that family. How is Jey Uso doing right now? Roman Reigns has no response. And then Cody says that if your father was here today, God rest his soul, that he would be very, very, very ashamed of you and the person that you have became. And The Rock, he got in Cody Rhodes' face, and he's like, listen, if you're talking about his family, you're talking about my family. You're talking about his ancestors. You're talking about my ancestors. And that does not sit well with The Rock. And The Rock slapped Cody Rhodes in the face. And a huge brawl started out, breaking up by Triple H, and Nick Aldis was there, Adam Pearce was there, and Seth Rollins couldn't do anything because of his knee. They held Cody Rhodes back, and then Triple H was getting interviewed in the back, and The Rock came up to him, and he's like, fix it. Have him talk shit about our family again. And they bleeped out him saying, fucking fix it. And that's how this press conference ended. And I will say this about this segment. I will say this about this segment. As confusing as it was coming out of it, we still have more questions. I guess we're just going to have to watch Raw and SmackDown to see what is going to happen with The Rock now at WrestleMania. The segment was very confusing. I'm not going up in here saying how awesome this was. It was very confusing. But if this makes sense, excuse me. If this makes sense to you guys, this is the most pro wrestling thing that WWE has done in a very long time. And I will give them credit on that. There was cursing. There was politicking by Roman Reigns, saying that I've been the champion for so and so many days. I can do basically whatever the hell I want around here. There was egos by The Rock. And, Cody Rhodes and The Rock going into business for themselves, and The Rock slapping Cody Rhodes in the face. He went into business for himself. Cody Rhodes went into business for himself, talking shit about Roman Reigns' family. And I loved it. I loved that part. But I'm just so confused of everything coming out of it. We were supposed to have all the answers tonight. We got a third of it. We got a third of the puzzle, which is Cody Rhodes has chosen Roman Reigns as his opponent for WrestleMania. Okay, we got that third of the puzzle done. The other two pieces of the puzzle is how's The Rock getting involved in WrestleMania? Is this going to be a triple threat match with Cody, Roman, and The Rock? Is it going to be Roman Reigns wrestling 2 nights? I mean, Jesus, he wrestles 6 or 7 matches a year. I don't think it would hurt Roman Reigns at all to wrestle 2 matches for WrestleMania. That would not hurt him at all. And where does Seth Rollins go from here? Now, granted, Seth Rollins' path to WrestleMania is not as exciting as it once was, with the possibility of having Seth Rollins against CM Punk at WrestleMania. That's not happening because CM Punk is injured. Cody Rhodes is now facing Roman Reigns. The top guy for Seth Rollins is Drew McIntyre. And Drew McIntyre has said he's coming for the title. Sami Zayn has said he's been clamoring to be a world champion ever since he lost to Roman Reigns at Elimination Chamber in his hometown. So you got Drew McIntyre, you got Sami Zayn, who both won the World Heavyweight Championship. I just don't think WWE, I don't know. I just don't think WWE is going to book 2 triple threat matches to main event WrestleMania. I just don't see it happening. The best case out of this, which is what I said last week, I didn't have a problem with The Rock and Roman Reigns. I really didn't. The best case scenario out of all of this was night 1, we get The Rock and Roman Reigns. And night 2, we get Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns. That's the best case scenario coming out of this. And we still have a lot of questions. Now, we are probably going to have to watch Raw and SmackDown. I don't think they're going to give you these answers right away. Like I said on my video on Monday night, they are going to take you along for the ride. And they are going to make you wait as long as possible before they make their decision. Before we know what's going to happen with The Rock and WrestleMania. We're going to have to wait. And WWE, they are playing the waiting game, but they got a third of the puzzle done. Cody had to do what he had to do. It was the right choice. Nobody was interested in a Seth Rollins-Cody Rhodes match. As great as it probably would have been, Cody's already beaten Seth Rollins 3 times. The third match was a torn pec. There's no story going into Seth Rollins versus Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns, that's the match. That's the main event that you want for WrestleMania. It is confirmed by Triple H. Cody Rhodes is facing Roman Reigns at WrestleMania for the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship. And I think the route here is Roman Reigns wrestles twice. I don't know what's going on with The Rock because The Rock was very heelish today on the Pat McAfee show with the Cody Crybabies. He was very heelish when talking to Triple H to end the press conference in the back. I don't know. We were supposed to have all our answers answered tonight, and we got a third of the puzzle done. So we're going to have to wait and watch, man. So I'm out of here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, man. Comment down below. Hit the like button if you like what you heard from me. Follow me on Twitter, Colin_Joseph. Y'all know the deal. And I'm out. Peace. I'm out.